All right, let's get started, okay? Guys, these emotions are serious. I know this is going to be like, probably the most skipped part of the course. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping this becomes the most like valuable part of the course. I hope people like really dig in and see how important this is. All right. I've been mentored by 6 and 7 figure traders, okay? Personally, up close and personal with them. And anybody you talk to that is on that level, they take this very seriously. And I didn't at first. Okay, I'm kind of a very even keel, non overly emotional person. Okay, just naturally. You ask people who know me. I don't overreact. I'm very even keel, even in a hard situation. I think I learned a lot of that back when I was a firefighter. Okay, but what I do recognize now is that I do feel these emotions and therefore they can alter my logical thinking. Okay. As a firefighter, I did training, very specific kind of training. I did like extrication training and high rise training and water rescue. And we had to do this training over and over and over again. So that way, when we got into an emotional situation, our bodies knew how to react. Trading's the same way. Okay. So if this part of the course feels kind of like to you, man, just accept it, take it, learn it, and seek out the value in it. All right. So one of the first emotions I want to talk about is excitement. All right. Like for real. Excitement, it's a big one. Okay. I've literally opened up my charts. I've looked at the market and I've just been like, wow, there's my setup. Trade on, you know, TP where it's supposed to go, stop loss where it's supposed to. What does it do? Runs straight to my TP. Like immediately. It makes me feel overconfident, excited, right? Let me see. Hope, it fires all that off. Pride, all of a sudden now I'm like, dude, I'm a baller trader, man. Look at me go, right? And one of the first reactions is I want to open another trade because I feel like I can't do wrong. I'm like, dude, I just called this. Okay. That overexcitement. And maybe the next trade I even put on more because I'm like, dude, I just made like 2 grand. Bam. Just in a blink of an eye. Okay. That's where those emotions can take you. It can take you straight outside of your plan. All right. So take this stuff very, very, very seriously. All right. So that was excitement, the thrill of making quick trades and potential for high returns. Okay. Euphoria, the intense happiness or satisfaction after a successful trade or a winning streak. Okay. I've had this and I've hit like 10, 15 trades in a row where I'm like, dude, if I can just hit 10 or 15 more and I do, two, three, four, 5 times the risk, like, that's entering a whole nother level. All right. The problem is you start risking, you start responding out of emotions, you're definitely gonna start trading outside your plan. All right. Overconfidence is going to be after a few successful trades, traders might feel invincible, leading to risky behavior. It's exactly what I just said. Okay. Hope. This one can kind of be either way, right? If a trade is in drawdown, you could be hoping, like almost like hopium, where you're just like hoping it'll return. All right. This is where I try to use logic. When I start going in the drawdown, I start saying, okay, am I still within the parameters of what I'm expecting? Am I actually expecting this drawdown? Or did we just blow through a bunch of order flow that's going in the opposite direction and I should get out? Okay. Technically, my stop loss should already be there and it should do it for me. Okay. But hope can drag you down a hole you don't want to go. The hope of making $5,000 on this trade to make up for the last 2, 3 trades you just got burned on. Now you're starting to get into revenge, but you're fueling revenge with hope because you have hope that you can get that money back. Okay, stuff like that. All right, and that's going to be it for that. But the excitement, the hope. What was a couple of the other ones, real quick? The overconfidence. Okay, the euphoria, those are real. Okay. I when I read these, I was like, dude, legit. I I have literally felt these trading. Okay. So just remember, you're here to activate a business plan. You are here to make logical decisions based on market structure, liquidity, things like that. So don't get overly wrapped up in your emotions. If you slam dunk a good trade, have a small celebration off to the side. If you have someone next to you, high five them, let that emotion out. Okay? But before you jump back into the market, try to dissolve some of that emotion. Try to bring yourself back to an equilibrium where you can approach the charts with the same logic that you started with. Okay? Don't allow that emotion to drag you, into doing things that you wouldn't do. Okay? And journaling is going to be the biggest tell for this, because I'm telling you, when you are making emotional decisions, you're not going to notice it as much. You're going to be like, no, that was illogical. Dude, the trade makes so much sense in the moment because of the emotion backing it. But then later you look back and you're like, why did I do that? And even a winner, okay, I've had winners that I've had to go in my journal and be like, this was a bad trade, even though I made twice as much as my normal trades. But it was because I over leveraged, or I put too much risk on the trade and I got lucky. Okay. So I still have to me, I'm still like, nope, nope, no, sir, that was a bad trade because, you were willing to risk a lot, and that risk was going to hurt if you lost. Now, you got lucky this time, sir, but, having that kind of conversation with yourself and having that kind of journaling is what's going to open your eyes to what you struggle with the most. Okay. For me, let's see, it's definitely, it used to be revenge trading on, like, because I got kind of good at revenge trading, and that ended up being a problem. And so when I went on bad streaks, the streaks were really bad. The drawdown was super bad because in my mind, I'm like, dude, I'm good at getting my money back. All right. And what I found out through the numbers and graphs and charts and journaling is that though I did save myself sometimes from that feeling of depths of despair of losing, I would get it back and maybe and some. And I just realized that the drawdown I created by the times that I didn't revenge trade, like when I did revenge trade and then I didn't win back my money, it was like, there was way more drawdown in the long run, and it was more hurtful to my trading. Even though in my mind I'm like, dude, I'm a good revenge trader. Let me get this back. So journaling is what is going to bring that up. You're going to be able to look back and go, dude, like I revenge trade a lot. Or, man, as soon as I win, I take like 2, 3 losses right after it. So maybe you're hitting that euphoric, excitement. You're just too like, your emotions are too high. Maybe when you hit a big winner, maybe you should just step away for 10 minutes, right? Enjoy your win. Like let that excitement hit you and then like run around and get all excited and be happy. But allow yourself to come back to equilibrium before you come back to the charts. Anyways, I hope this is helpful. We're going to go over a few more emotions here again. So, next video.